All right, well, new details about Rory McIlroy's divorce have emerged via court documents obtained by the Belfast Telegraph. So he allegedly hired a private investigator to serve his ex with divorce papers while she was at their shared home in Jupiter, Florida. He was in North Carolina at the time to compete in the Wells Fargo Championship on the PGA Tour, which he ultimately won. The Belfast Telegraph further reported that the golfer digitally signed his motion on May 9th before it was given to Stoll. She has 20 days to file a response to the filing. Her summons read, "A phone call will not protect you. Your written response, including the case number given above and the names of the parties, must be filed if you want the court to hear your side of the case. If you do not file your response on time, you may lose the case, and your wages, money, and property may be thereafter be taken without further warning from the court." So there has not been any further update on the pair's divorce, with the May 13th documents among the last updated in the Palm Beach County Court database. What does it say that you're hiring a private investigator to serve your ex? Why would you do something like that?
The first pleading or filing in any case usually has to be personally served. Now, a lawyer can accept service on behalf of the client, but whether it's a lawsuit, whether it's a divorce petition, that document has to be physically handed to the other party. Now, there are process servers, there are investigators that do this. And I know sometimes people can get upset when they're served with papers. I think Olivia Wilde was upset when she was served in a very public way, but sometimes when you can't get a hold of someone, this is what investigators do. They might lie and say they're delivering flowers or an Amazon package, and next thing you know, you've been served. So, I think people don't like it, but if Rory wanted to initiate proceedings, this really was the first step.
Sure. So they probably did reach out on several occasions to try to serve her, and for it to get to that point, she probably ignored them. Is that safe to say?
Well, one of two things happened. Either she didn't have a lawyer and said that I won't accept service, or she has a lawyer and the lawyer said, I'm not authorized to accept personal service on behalf of my client. And in that case, that's where the investigators and process servers come in. Sometimes they'll even do a stakeout. They'll hide outside someone's home and wait till they walk outside and then serve them with papers. So there's a whole art to this. And there's a whole industry that all they do is serve documents like
this. So if she doesn't sign these papers, doesn't file the motion, it's pretty much she could lose this case altogether. So what would she be losing in this instance? Obviously, we don't know the exact details of what's going down in their divorce, but what is she at stake to lose?
In any case, if you don't file a response or a responsive pleading, you're going to be defaulted. The judge will only hear one side of the case. And if you don't defend yourself, that's how you get a default to judgment. You could lose custody, you could lose property, you could get a judgment against you, and people can enforce it by garnishing your wages, taking your property. So it is very important in any type of case, civil, criminal, family law. First serve with papers, hire a lawyer and make sure you respond.